Cousins. So have y'all seen that trend that's going around right now where they're like, tell me a scary story about something that really happened to you? One of my favorite trends right now. So this young lady here, she was in school and she went to go get her a car by herself. Nobody had to co-sign, I-N-Z-E. Anyways, so she gets her a Jeep Compass and she says she gets it home. She's so excited. She goes to reach in the back seat to go grab her things. And there's a little Asian girl just staring at her about 3 or 4 years old. So like any other normal person, she walks out. No, just kidding. She screams, grabs her stuff and runs to her house. When she gets to the house, she remembers like, hey, one of those are my people because my grandmother is of Asian descent as well as Jamaican descent. And she also, let me make sure her accent, because if I don't say it right, y'all, there's some grammar police up here that be getting on me, child. Anywho. So she calls her, and she's a medium. So she's like, hey, grandma. She's like, by the way, is anybody in your side of the family, of your Asian side, did they lose a little girl that was between 3 or 4? She's like, nope, doesn't sound about right. However, she's just there to protect you. Don't worry. So she's like, yeah, I'm not worrying. She didn't worry so much that she didn't go back in that car. She left it there and she began to walk to work and school. So anyways, by the time the winter comes, she's like, I can't keep walking. Me and this little girl is going to have to, get along. So she gets back in the car. Biggest day. There go the little girl looking at her. She's looking at the little girl. They's kind of there sitting like.
He looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me.
So she was like, I'm just going to have to get used to this girl being here because apparently she ain't going nowhere, which was true. It'd been like 5 months. Every time she got in her car, she saw the little girl, unless she had people with her. And if that was the case, then she didn't see the little girl. She kept trying to talk to the little girl, like, what's your name? But the little girl wouldn't just do nothing, just to stare at her. So anyways, one day she goes to do a little bit of Lyft and Uber to make a little bit of side money. And next thing you know, she gets a call at the casino. So she goes to the casino and the girl's like, hey, girl, don't we go to the same school? She's like, hey. Then they did this whole little sister thing like, hey, girl. Anyways, so then she gets in the car to go take her home. And on her way there, she sees a cop. So she's like, oh, it's a cop. Let me make sure I'm doing the right speed limit. As she goes to look down, out of nowhere, she gets T-boned by this big SUV. The SUV hit her so hard, smashed all her whole front of her car, just gone. And she had all the airbags deployed, and there was nothing but white all around her. She thought she went to heaven. And she was like, but normally when people go to heaven, they be happy. I'm mad because I've been working my ass off to graduate. And why would you take me now, Lord? Why? Then she heard the girl in the back seat like, are you okay? Let me help you out. She's like, didn't I? Anyways, it was so bad. The cop was there. It was on the dashboard. The car kept going until he hit a tree. That made him stop. So then she finds out he was drunk driving. Then a girl comes out and was in her face like, my man didn't do nothing. He ain't did nothing. You need to leave. And so then it was all crazy or whatever. So then let's fast forward it. She goes to, it's her birthday. She goes somewhere with one of her friends. And there's this guy that's sitting there who does like, tarot. He's like a psychic. And she's like, something like drew her to him. But she tells her friend's like, go over there, go see. She's like, I'm not doing that. So then anyways, the girl convinces her and they go up over there. So she sits down and the guy gives her all kind of like bones to play with, animal bones and stuff. And so she looks, he's like, He's like, so tell me about the car accident. And she's like, huh? Oh, he's like, and by the way, happy birthday, which was her birthday. And she's like, oh, I know what you're doing here. I know. Okay. It's working. So then he was like, so tell me about the car accident. She's like, oh, yeah, well, I had a car accident. The guy was drunk and went over the story with him. He T-boned me, da. He was like, okay, no, tell me about the accident. And he's like, once again, man, T-boned me, hit me, drunk driver, in front of popos, told the whole story. He was like, so we're not going to talk about the little girl? And she said to the man,
Say what?
I said we say no to drugs, nigga.
Come again, say what?
and she was like, oh, so you know about the little girl. And so she explained, since I got the car, there's been this little girl that's been back there of Asian descent. And he was like, yeah, I know. She was there so that you didn't get in an accident. She's the one who cut the wheel. He was like, that accident should have killed you. But she didn't want you to die because that happened to her in the car, and she's not related to you or nothing, but she just wanted to make sure that didn't happen to you. And he was like, by the way, I don't even know why you're going through all this. You're a medium, right? Like, you could put my whole little shop down with all the power you got. Like, come on, stop playing. And she was like, ain't nobody in her family knew she was. The only people I knew was her family. She ever talked about like mediumship with ever. And so she's a medium or whatever. And that's the story. So if y'all like the story, you know what to do. Press the heart, like, comment, and share. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.